Yo, today's copywriting day 329, and right now I'm just sitting in the car park of like the place that I'm gonna be interviewing at. I went in already at like 8 o'clock, but the guy must have sent me like a wrong time to come in because I don't think he was even here. So I'm just sitting here waiting till 9 o'clock to go back in and do the interview. But as I said in the title of the video, I'll show you how to make subject lines and stuff like that. So if you want to skip ahead to that, then go ahead. But yeah, like I probably will get this job, and it's just good because oh yeah, actually that's what I wanted to talk about. So yeah, if you haven't seen my channel before, like yeah, you might look at this and be like, oh shit, this guy's been doing like copywriting for like 11 months and he still hasn't made it work. Like, but realistically, I wouldn't be surprised if this isn't that normal. Like, I've heard of people saying that they've been doing it for months. Like, technically I have been trying to make money a lot longer. Like, I've been trying to make money since I was like 18, 17 or 18, like just doing stupid shit. And so like it has been a lot longer. Like I've like yeah, this isn't just like I don't think most people who get into like trying to make money online and stuff like that just randomly start. Like some people probably do. There's probably a small minority, but I'd say like most of them, they like have been trying, or like at least half putting in some sort of effort for a few years before they actually fully commit to it. And that's the way I was. So yeah. Um Another thing too, like there's this like phrase that goes around that I think is like pretty good, and it's like if everyone knew how hard it was to actually start making money online and stuff like that, no one would start. And that's a common phrase within like copywriting and stuff like that, because it's really hard to convince people to like that they're able to actually like make a lot of money online. And like it's usually just a thing whenever you're making like selling coaching to people. It's really hard to convince people that they're capable of doing it and that the program you have is capable of doing it. But yeah, that's like a little side tangent. But yeah, so I'm gonna be able to work, send all my outreach during the day, and because it's a night shift, I'll be able to just go into work tired, and I'll still be good. Like it'll still be grand. And yeah, I'll probably take this job over the technical sales job because it's just like more free time, and the other one is like further away from me, so it's just like not ideal. So yeah, I'll let you know how the interview goes, but I'll see you later on whenever I'm making the subject line video. All right. Yo, so I had the interview, and it wasn't actually like a proper interview because it wasn't the actual manager I was supposed to talk to. But the main downside of the job is that it's from like half 11 at night till 7 in the morning, and I didn't think it was gonna be that late, so I mightn't take that. Like it's not that good. So yeah, that's basically what happened for the interview. But I said at the start of the day that I'd talk about how to make like good subject lines and shit. So yeah, so how do you like? I have a little like Miro board or some shit to show you how I go about writing them, and yeah, so I'll just get into it. So um, I don't know how big to make this camera. Probably this big. Okay, so here's how you write subject lines that hijack people's attention. So I call it, actually, I don't know why I came up with this, but like this is the unique mechanism that I came up with. So it's called RASmaxxing. And if you just like have been studying psychology or just studying copywriting in general, you will probably have heard of the RAS before. And basically what it is, like, I don't know why I have this here, but yeah, basically what it is just the reticular activation system, and it's what you pay attention to. So it's like this subconscious filter that's in your head that basically processes all of the information you receive, and it tells you what to like pay attention to basically. So there's two types of it. There's short term. Wait, what is wrong? My mouse wasn't working. Yeah. So the short term, which is like conscious controlled stuff. So like you choose what you want to pay attention to. So like if I tell you to look for all of the red things in your room, they'll stand out way more. So like if you look around your room and just look for like anything that's red or like any color, whatever, like green, you'll instantly just start paying attention to the stuff that is green. And this applies to loads of different stuff. So like you know the way if you ever like have heard like you've seen a new word before and you like have never seen the word before in your life, but then like a few hours later you'll see it in a book or you'll see it online somewhere and you're like, wait, what the fuck? But that's just because your RAS pointed at it. And another example of like choosing what you pay attention to is just like whenever you're listening to a specific person, even though there's multiple conversations going on around you. So that's the first type. It's like the surface level short-term stuff that you pay attention to. And then the second one is like long-term stuff that is just like controlled by your subconscious. I have like all of like different stuff like your name, your car, your address, your family members' names, stuff like that. But there's probably a lot more examples. Like it can be like a certain tonalities of voices. It can be like subconscious stuff. Like you'll be able to like there's an example I heard of where like people will be able to sleep through a load of noise. So like I don't know, construction or like police sirens, all this stuff. But if they hear like their baby crying or some shit, they'll instantly wake up. So it's more than just like the basic shit that I have mentioned here. But this is just like what like these sort of details here are like obviously we're not going to use people's name and address and all that shit. But these are the kind of details that are relevant whenever we're talking about long term like RAS stuff. So how do we abuse the fuck out of their RAS and just like steal their attention? So there's two different ways. Hopefully my camera's in a good spot. I hope it's not blocking the stuff on my screen. But yeah, so we can use things on the surface, so like the short term RAS stuff, and I'll talk about this more obviously as I go down further. But so that's like the short term stuff and the deep stuff. We'll take advantage of both RAS systems. So we'll start with the deep stuff. So if you know crazy personal shit about them, you're basically just claiming free real estate in their inbox. And what this means is like if you know their fucking dog's name or like what car they drive or the restaurant they go to, so like crazy niche, really niche information, it'll just instantly stand out in their inbox compared to everyone else. So like these are like weird examples, like they're over the top just to demonstrate my point. I don't use subject lines like this, and I'll explain why in a second. But so like here they are. So like email copy for more dinners at restaurant. So like if I don't know, I can't even think of a restaurant name. But imagine if someone sent you an email saying this email copy will get you more dinners at the restaurant you go to. And I just want to say these aren't optimized. Like obviously it's not the best copy. I literally just wrote them before I came up with the video. Obviously they could be worded a bit better as well. And then like here's the second one. If dog name, like if their dog could read, he'd fuck with this copy. And then the third one is this email I wrote will fuel your car name. Like I don't know. Is it, you see what I mean? Like if they see their car name in their email, like I don't know if you like know what I'm talking about. So like an example that for me that just proves this concept is whenever I open my email and yet like sometimes Instagram will just like give you these little recommendation things of like your friends and like stuff like that. But if I ever see my fucking ex-girlfriend's name in my email, it's just instantly like it's just like a magnet to the fucking name. It's crazy shit. And there's probably other stuff that use like if you have to think about stuff that catches your attention, there's probably stuff that you are aware of. But that's just like the one that is blatantly obvious that like instantly just catches my attention every single time. Like it's just like I can't do anything about it. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's how you apply that to this. And what else? So oh yeah. So obviously like the crazier the shit you say. So like if you say someone's fucking address or like I don't know, their baby's birthday or some crazy shit like that, obviously they're gonna be like, wait, what the fuck? And then they're gonna open it. But there's obviously a limit. Like you don't wanna be a stalker and just be weird. Like don't do that shit. So next we have is like the surface level RAS stuff. So this is just like the more recent stuff. So whenever I say surface level, I mean within the like last 2 weeks or a month of information. So like people consume information all the time, whether they choose to or not. Like it's like on the news, on social media. Like for example, one thing that I have just accidentally became conscious of, even though I didn't care about it at all, is the new Spider-Man movie coming out. So if you take advantage on like oh yeah, so look, what does it say? Things that your audience, yeah, so basically you want to just find the things that your audience and your prospect have recently been exposed to. So for me, as I said, the Spider-Man movie was the thing that like came in my attention, but I just looked up some stuff that are in other people's attention as well, and the first thing that came up was the World Cup. So if you can find some sort of way to include these topics into your copy, because it's more top of mind in your like audience's head, they'll be more likely to be like, wait, what the fuck? This is a common thing. Like KJ Rainey does this all the time, where he'll just pick stuff that's recent in the news and like trending topics, and it'll just catch their attention more because it's more top of mind. So let's see. Yeah, so these can be niche dependent. So like if you're writing for a client, that's it. Like for example, like I'll just use a golf analogy because it's just the first thing I thought of. So like I don't know, maybe if you like if Tiger Woods won some sort of competition or some shit, you'd be able to like get that would be really specific to the golf niche, and then it would just be like top of mind for them, and they'll be more likely to open. So using the Spider-Man example, I'll just show you like what a surface level subject line looks like. So I don't know if you I don't know if you have seen the like there's a meme going around of Tom Holland's hairline. So I wrote this example for like a hair loss coach, and I basically just said like I don't know if any of these like things are true. Like I've heard of these terms before just from writing copy in that niche. So I was just like finasteride won't save Tom Holland, or Norwood versus Spider-Man. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like it's top of mind, like people who know about the Spider-Man movie. But obviously, like at the same time, this can be kind of shit because you have to. Whenever another way I just like told you this, realistically, you have to factor in like who the audience is as well. So like, will people who are balding, so that's probably anywhere from the ages of 20 to like 50 probably, will they know about the Spider-Man movie? You have to like consider that as well. Like maybe it's only like 10 people the ages of like 10 to 30 or some shit. So maybe it's not ideal like age range, but this is just an example. You can apply it to like use your critical thinking whenever you're actually using it, because just there I realized that oh shit, it probably won't apply to all of the old guys. You know what I mean? They'll be like, what the fuck? Why is this guy talking about Spider-Man? But yeah, so just be careful and use your brain whenever it's actually like make sure it's relevant to the niche and everything like that. So yeah, so and then a bonus tip. So what is this? Yeah, your client's name on its own can be an RAS trigger. So like I don't know who you look at, like who's your favorite creators, shit like that. But just seeing their name in your inbox, regardless of what the subject line is, will make you more likely to open. And this is why, like, whenever people sign on copywriters, sometimes they'll just like still get crazy open rates, like 50%, 60% plus, and they'll be like, "Oh, my copywriter's really good," but that's actually not the case. Sometimes it can just be down to the person's name, like they have that much authority and that much of a like parasocial relationship with their audience that they'll just open it regardless of the subject line. And yeah, so obviously there's a limit. Like if you consistently put out like shit copy and shit subject lines, that will just make the open rate go lower eventually. So yeah, but like that's basically, yeah, I just wanted to put in like that little note as well. So what you do if there's no RAS stuff you can take advantage of, because all like whenever you're doing outreach and stuff like that, you're not always going to have something that's like top of mind that you can use in every single outreach. Like whenever I outreach to people, I don't actually use any RAS stuff because it's too time consuming. Like you're not going to go for every single lead and find like some like really weird specific detail about their life that will stand out to them. So I just use this formula from Matthew Volkman. I don't even know if I pronounced his name right, but it was in his like copy system course. So I'm just like shouting him out since I got it from him. So yeah, so basically what it is these four different things. So it's benefit. Like I'll just quickly talk about them. So the first one is benefit. So like a clear benefit that the audience have. I have the examples down below, but basically I'll just read these. So like it signals value to the reader, answers what's in it for me, can be framed positively, as in like they gain a certain amount of money, or it can be like negatively, like you don't want to lose clients or shit like that. Then curiosity. This is like incomplete information that creates a question the reader must open to answer. So you basically just create an open loop in their head, and because they're just curious, they'll be like, wait, I have to find out what this is about, so they'll open it. Then the next one is drama. So it's just like going straight into action, like emotion, like a surprise, like a shock, like a crazy statement. And there's a few examples, so like urgency. So like I don't know, there's like X spots left in my mentorship, or fucking that's not really actually that good an example, but I have examples down below that will kind of show you what I'm talking about. So and then we have personality. So this is the last one, and it's basically like stuff that's specific to the creator. You know what I mean? Like that. It's basically like familiarity. I can't even say that word, man. Fuck. But like it's like any of you who watch me. If I say I don't even know if I have any inside jokes with my audience. I don't think I do. But like it's just like inside jokes, name drops, personal updates about like, so if it's like something about my life, so like for example, if you know that like I had an interview today, if I sent out an email being like this is how the interview went or some shit like that, you would be more likely to open it because you are like up to date with what's going on in my life and shit like that. So that's an example. And this here is just like saying that combinations outperform single element subject lines. So you see the way there's four different things. Obviously if you combine multiple things, so you have like benefit plus curiosity, drama plus curiosity, personality, you know what I mean? Just like mix and match them. And I don't know what, like I doubt you're able to get all four things into a single subject line, but maybe like the more you have, the better it'll work. So yeah, here's some examples. So for benefit, it's just like pay your rent with this simple side hustle, getting fired to bank in 100K a month, curiosity, so like only read this in your car, and then for your eyes only. Then this is drama, so it's like where you're going straight into like a scene almost. It'd be like, I wouldn't do it if you paid me a million. My boss fired me after he saw this, and then this one's just like a weird one for like for Dara subscribers only, or like something specific, like I was saying earlier, like if you if I gave like an update on the interview or some shit, you know what I mean? And I think that's basically it, is it? So like, yeah. So was there something else I wanted to talk? Oh yeah. So like the last thing I wanted to talk about, there's nothing on this slide. I'll go back into OBS. So yeah, the last thing is whenever you're like using a subject line, you obviously want to reward them for opening it straight away. And there's like a fine art to this because if you use a curiosity subject line and you immediately close the loop, that can be a bad thing because obviously there's like, you know what I mean? Like there's a certain time like if you close a loop too early, it just kills the curiosity and makes it boring. So like I don't even know how to describe this, but you want there's a fine line. So like if you open up an email with curiosity, you want to make like hype it up a bit. You want to be like build on it, build on it, build on it, build on it, and then reveal it at the exact time that they're about to click off, and then it will just like make it land better if that makes sense. And yeah, so that's basically it. I think like this is probably like what is it, 14 minutes long. Hopefully this was useful. I can't really think of any other stuff I do, but yeah, whenever I'm doing outreach, I don't really use any RAS ones because, as I said, it's too time consuming to find really specific information on them. So I just use like a curiosity based. It's mainly just curiosity to be honest, but I probably should make a better one eventually, but I just didn't bother. I don't want to keep iterating on my subject line because I feel like it's productive procrastination. And the one I have, like my email tracking software is pretty shit. Like I can't tell if it's actually me opening the email myself or if it's them opening the email. But it looks like I have like an 80% plus open rate on a cold email with this subject line. So I don't think it's that bad. I forgot to include some important stuff, so I just want to quickly add this into the end of the video. So, oh yeah, wait, let me make my screen smaller again, fuck. So whenever you're doing emails, you want to have like differentiation and pattern interrupts. This is like a really important thing that I forgot about. But like out of all of these examples here, you can probably like there's one specific one that will probably have stood out to you, and you can like I don't know pause the video and guess which one it is, but it's pretty obvious. And I'll wait a few seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you have probably seen it, and if you haven't, it's this one. And the reason why this one stands out, obviously, is because it's completely different than all of the rest. Every single one has hey name, quick question for name, hey name, copy for name, question for name, editor for name, all this shit. And then the only one that doesn't have their name will just by default stand out. And I know it's not bad to have their name. Like in my outreach, I usually do have their name, but you want its structure to be different from the rest because like to beat 90% of the people whenever you're doing cold outreach, all you have to do is just make sure it doesn't look like the rest of them. So, but doing that, like most of them probably are just going to look like this: hey name, quick question for name, hey name. That's it. So if you have any different structure from that, you're going to beat basically all of those people. So yeah, that's basically like, and then pattern interrupts are good as well. So like how you can incorporate pattern interrupts into your email is just by like I don't know doing something creative like putting a picture of your face at the start of the email or sending a fucking voice note as an email. That's actually fucking sauce. If you this is actually something I do. So whenever I'm sending follow-ups, I actually do follow-ups sometimes with a fucking with a voice memo. You're able to upload voice memos into your email and it actually works because it's just like who the fuck ever sends a voice memo over email? Like it's just rare. So like people will actually just listen to that and just be like, what the fuck? And it'll give them a bit of like a what do you even call it? Like it'll just let them get more comfortable with you because they can actually hear your voice and tell that you're a real human. And if you are doing that, make sure it's kind of hard to do voice memos because it's like personalized. So you're gonna have to like get your phone, record a memo, then upload it to your email and shit like that. So obviously, if you want to take that as well, you can do that. But yeah, pattern interrupts and differentiation are a big thing because I'll just show you an example. So like if there's like loads of green lines. I seen this from a guy, I can't remember what his name is. It's like Tom Lutzenhauer or some shit. But like if the green lines represent like generic emails Like obviously you're gonna, if this is you, whenever you have a different email, you know what I mean? Whenever you have a different email, you'll just stand out. Like the red will be your email in their inbox, and then the rest are just like, why am I drawing arrows like that? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But yeah, basically like the red will be your email in their inbox, and it'll just stand out way clearer than if you were to just send the generic shit that always gets ignored. So yeah, that's basically it. And I'll see you in a video tomorrow or whenever.